Hey buddies, welcome to Disco Elysium on Video Games Awesome Live. This is our second episode of this. I'm going to load up my save and I'm going to continue to frequently save because somebody told me on Twitter, and we've already experienced this, there are some progress breaking bugs known to be in this port. So we'll keep on saving lots and hopefully won't encounter that too much. On the last episode, we met Kumo. I mean, we did a lot because we started the game and played for 4 hours. But the last thing that happened is it's Kuno. Met Kuno, who bested us, to be frank.
Yep.
This kid's a real piece of shit, and so is his friend. And we tried to give him what for, tried to use our authority, but apparently in this game, authority doesn't do a lot if you don't have the physical wherewithal to enforce it. Kuno doesn't care if I'm authoritative and domineering if I can't back it up with fisticuffs, which I whiffed on, and ended up on the ground to his delight, and now I'm Kuno's bitch.
Yes, we are.
That's our words. And Kim is begging us to stop pursuing this line of investigation, but we're continuing.
Oh my god.
Our character archetype is the sorry cop, currently.
Yes.
I started off wanting to roleplay and put myself in this world and imagine playing as myself, but that didn't last long, as it was far more entertaining to play this very pathetic, while sober, man. And then while drunk, he sounds like he's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
He sounds like a completely
crap.
different person based on second-hand accounts, like the waitress that used to work at the Whirling Rag.
The Whirler Rag? Whirler?
I think it's the Whirling Rag is the name of this bar.
Yeah.
It's a murder mystery. How's the horn, guys? That was a problem on the last episode. Let's look at my levels here. It's a murder mystery, and the corpse has been outside for a week, hanging from the tree. We don't even have really a suspect. But we think if there was any entity that might be suspicious, it's the entirety of the local union. Why do we think it was the union? Because was this person, he was anti-union or something?
We don't know much about him, do we?
I'm not sure we know much about the victim, but for some reason we suspect the local union because there's been some... Hit him right in the dick. Kuno, get him right in the dick. That's a girl.
Yeah.
For some reason...
Kim was told to approach this as part of the labor dispute.
Yeah, there's been a labor dispute. And, Kim has been told to. Okay, so, the suspicions are not our own, but the department. There was one new person I wanted to talk to over here before we continue. Right now, we want to investigate the body, but we don't think that we can do it unless we have ammonia.
Right.
To overpower the stench of the corpse, and we think that we can get it from the gardener, who's already given us a pair of gloves, so that might be not a hard sell on her.
The dynamic weather is cool. My first day, it only rained a lot. Huh. That's cool. And we're
That's
getting
really
snow.
interesting. Yeah, we're getting snow. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. Oh, I'm at
What
a
half?
magazine stand. Oh, these are all books out here.
Oh, I see what we're looking at.
Yeah, which half of the dame? On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. The book is titled The Man from Hijimeldal and the Wildfire. This book is about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. Are the color codings the card that's I think it indicates the card that has made this. It takes willpower to even read the author's name, John Kos from Iguania. So some of the things that appear above your head, I think, mean things that are only appearing because of your particular build. A book about Blader, yeah, there's a lot of made-up shit in this. It promotes freedom. I don't know, fucking know. book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Alright, I'm gonna talk to this girl.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
The girl with the chubby red cheeks waves at you smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. I am the law. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Yes.
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this? Is it okay if I ask you some questions? What kind of store is this? Crime, romance, biographies of famous people. It's a bookstore, sir. Oh, weird. She didn't. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. More like board games. She points at the window. It's called Crime, Romance. Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
He's excited.
Horses, little girl.
The encyclopedia part of us is like, oh, wait, what's this? Why would I need to? Don't be ridiculous. I know all of these things. What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Very odd that she doesn't find it odd that we asked. Is this world our books?
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any
That's
perceived weirdness.
I love this game. They take into any game where I'm asking the question and it's immediately fucking answered is good writing because I said so. That's happened only a few times on this show where it's just like every time they knock it out of the park with what I like. It's almost like I'm predicting and writing it ahead of time. Like that happened a lot in Undertale. Every time I would like make a joke, they would make it immediately.
Yeah. So I think whenever that circle was above our head earlier, it was purple, so it was our empathy. I'm trying to think of what we said after, if that jives, like if it was an empathetic thing.
What color is the encyclopedia?
Can't remember.
I think there's only 4 colors. I don't think each card has a color. I think that each trait or whatever. What's a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
Interesting, thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Purple is psyche.
It's interesting they give you experience for going down useless dialogue trees like that. Like, so on multiple playthroughs, do you guys find yourselves like just quickly getting through those just to get the experience so that you'll have a properly built character? Because you would think on multiple playthroughs you'd avoid some trees. Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady? What about when both of the men are bad? What about when everyone is poor? What about a book where man and lady business doesn't work out at all? Yeah, I want to know about a poor man getting a rich lady. That's my guy's, like, fantasy. He's so pathetic.
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
I do. What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine.
God damn
Maybe
it.
if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
I'm gonna grab my...
So hot.
Smiling boy's like, ah. All right.
That scared me.
What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
That's really
Yeah, poor people are boring.
good. Yeah, poor people.
I guess, yes. People in books are always very interesting, especially the romance people.
I love this. That's what I so often fucking say about like so many movies. It's always just like, rich people are so interesting. Oh my god, I wonder what else happened in their rich ass fucking lives. Like, it's it's just I hate it. Anyways,
It's true.
what about a book where a man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup? Maybe I will. I don't know. No, I'm gonna do
I
it.
don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination. It's only it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life. Phantom. Nah. Okay.
Sometimes they break up for a little while, but then they always get back together.
That's enough romance for me. Money makes you hot. It's such a crutch having your characters be rich, because like when you're writing, you can have them be like fucking.
I'm gonna fly to Paris.
What was that fucking movie you just watched? Oh my god, where everybody's rich.
Love Actually?
Yeah.
That's actually what I was referencing too.
He's like, I'll just go do this. It's like, oh, what a great romantic gesture. He flew right back to Spain to propose to her.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're so rich. People are so
Maybe
romantic.
some about other books.
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Okay.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But he learned the language for her. He did.
Reading those doesn't make readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Fame is for vain people. I have better things to do. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. I think this sounds more like me. Like pathetically said. Yeah.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'll be a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That'll show them. I knew that was the superstar line. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Why indeed? I'm just an old tired cop. What use am I? Looks up expectantly, hoping that she'll say something
Kevin?
positive.
You're not that old. Maybe you'll do something really important, something that wows the world.
Do you think I might one day get grade A pussy again? You think so?
Yes, there's hope. A lot of famous people got famous late, or
Like
even
Bob
after
Newhart.
they've died.
True that.
Yeah. You're certainly the type who might find fame posthumously. Who knows? You might even get famous for the manner of your death.
Like cutting off my ear.
To death?
Isn't that how he died? That sounds like a nice story to tell yourself at night. Maybe fame isn't important after all. Some can't get noticed, others can't get properly forgotten. That's life for you. But what if I get famous only through dying? I couldn't enjoy the fame at all.
I don't think you should live life with that fear. Just try to be the best you can.
What's this crime business, says the detective.
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is.
Why would anyone want to read about crime? Yeah, I gotta say that. I want to know what crime is. She doesn't seem to know what to say. It's that bad. Point to your head.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
Why would anyone want to read about crime? Crime and repeat forgets. Yeah, why would they want to read about that?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things. And it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman by myself.
You don't look much like
myself.
a policeman.
Okay, then maybe I'm not.
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She points to a book cover on which a strapping Vespertine officer he stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy, then I decided to live a little. You know, nobody actually looks like that guy in the picture. That's a stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your point to your head. Oh my god. Wow, look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. I actually had other questions. I want this one for the comedy, but this isn't a sorry cop. Nah, I gotta go with this one.
Yes.
It follows up the pointing in my head already so well.
Head? Yes.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul. Not head, child. Heads.
Drama. Soul. That Mullen guy looks like Ham Peppelman. You respect that fit? I don't care. That's the cop angle. Flexibility. There are millions of different people out there, and you have to get into their heads. Sometimes you gotta be like the killer to catch the killer. Neither of these are sorry, cop, but we'll go with this one.
Isn't that very dangerous?
Policemen live and breathe danger. Little girl Mullen obviously lacks the chameleonic skill.
Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you.
Yes.
Maybe you can show me some
Can you be
real
my
police work,
sidekick?
sir.
Yeah, you
Like
made
in
me
the
feel
book.
I
good
need
about
this.
myself.
I need this. Before I do this, if I go back into... Was this one the one I was just doing? No, I was under crime.
Crime fiction is about murders or
Yeah, you
burglaries
can still do
or
these. You can
things
exhaust
like that.
these, and I don't think
And the
there's
work
any
of a
real,
policeman
like,
or a private detective
branching
who's trying
path
to
in
solve crime
the
and
logic
catch
or...
criminals. And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. You don't look much like a policeman.
What does a cop look
Didn't
like?
mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir.
Same
It's just that you
response.
don't look like Dick Mullen.
Anyways, I would rather roleplay and not exhaust the dialogue trees.
More about books, maybe?
But who knows, maybe there are hidden things in the dialogue tree that, like... I think there are, actually, because the drama one was unlocked. The drama versus cop one right there.
True.
Anywho, okay, I'm going to deduce something now. Composure. I'm going to attempt to deduce, or should I... Yeah, I'm going to do it now.
Good luck.
You fail to deduce anything substantial. She waits intently.
Okay, no repercussions, though. I am a detective. Oh, it
Oh,
might be.
shit,
This is
you
all
have to
I'm
say
given
something.
because I failed. I'm a detective. I deduce that you are a girl. I'm a detective. I deduce that you are very small. Actually, I'm sorry. I can't deduce anything. I think I'm going to say this one.
Come on.
You are very
don't
small.
Be silly. That's not a proper deduction.
Locked. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
Is that a real name? Plaisance?
Guess so.
Or did they make it up for the game?
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because? Okay, I guess I will. Shouldn't you be at school?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school anyway?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
So in this world, everything is basically the people have to do it for themselves. The government provides nothing. And the world is run by corporations to some extent. Isn't going to school more important than this? School is stupid, you're lucky not to. Isn't going to school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
How's business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Good to hear that it's going well. Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up?
She's looking for the right word. I mean, I don't know.
I got
Well,
nothing.
they run out of money and have to stop doing business.
I don't even know what a business is.
Yeah.
How do I know what bankrupt is? I don't think curses are real. That sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaking boards in the window. This'll piss off Kim.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case. But I don't see much more
Yeah.
to look into here.
He doesn't want me to investigate the haunted house.
Come on!
But this might make me look cool in front of Kuno.
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses? How does this curse manifest itself? Or, okay. How does this curse manifest
It
itself?
does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about different types of books.
But Kim, the plasmic manifestations. Fine, I'll show you. I'm curious.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Oh, okay. What
It
about the
does not
plasmic
manifest
manifestations?
itself. No such thing.
He stands stern and serious.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. Don't really know what's there. Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
Okay, I'm allowed to do this again.
Oh.
Oh, it might be to do with the other path. Afraid of the curse up. +1, afraid of the curse. What does the +1 mean?
Does that mean if we get it correct?
We will get that path. So we have the paths are the feminist agenda is one of them, and you get +1 to that check.
So it's easier? You get a bonus for knowing stuff?
You mean, so that +1 means I've already got the +1 has been applied? Because I'm afraid of the curse? Oh, okay. You learned about the curse, which gave you another chance. Okay.
Cool, thank you.
Here we go. Deducing.
You failed to deduce anything, sir.
Damn.
She waits intently.
I can't deduce anything.
It's okay, sir.
A small disappointment rolls over. She promptly gets over and says it's okay.
You disappointed a small child. Well done, Jem.
Okay, bye. I guess I'll go check out her hot mom. Red checks can be tried only once. Failed white checks can be retried by increasing the relevant skill.
Sorry, cop, indeed. Where's that sad man? Ooh, save. Good call.
Thank you. Okay.
I want to own a bookshop.
Should I look around first? I should look around first. I'm a guy who exhausts containers.
Yes, you do.
Gifts, gift books, and molten candy. Molten. You want to own a bookshop, Izakaya?
Yes, I do.
Maybe one
I
day.
really do.
When you and I are OG and Oba-san, we'll make a Canadian izakaya in Japan.
Oh my god.
It would probably be popular.
I could make postcards and
sports-
sell them.
Yeah. The book collects a national recipes of art of their all about lake trout.
I should probably start collecting books now.
Would you make it an all-day type of place, like
That's
a
coffee
cafe?
in the morning and drinks at night.
A real cafe?
That would be awesome.
Do you know that's what cafes are? Where they started? Like, cafes are supposed to be all-day places. They're supposed to be bars at night. And we had a true cafe on Bloor.
Oh.
At the, what's the name of the place? It was named after space. It has a space in the name, or spacey type name.
Yeah.
Galaxy? No.
No. It
Anyways.
was on the one on the corner?
Yeah, but a cafe is like a do-it-all place, kind of. It's only like in Western culture that it became like a cafe is about coffee.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Another boring book just discarded there. Thanks for the reminder, Ethan X.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance.
Boring.
These three things are very important to the working class mind.
It says rhetoric.
The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Various paranatural books still litter the shelf.
I guess I shouldn't ask her what these are before talking. Let me go talk to her. I'll go talk to her. That's actually the more natural thing to do anyway.
I suppose.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
I was thinking you were going to be hot, Mom.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
I feel like you could pull it together. I feel like if you just, like, kind of stretched out a little bit, maybe put a bit more effort in. Anyway.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
She is hot, Mom. Angry face. Like a tiny fish trapped in amber.
Be hotter, Mom!
Yeah. Yells out at Annette. Get in here. Tell your mom to be hot. Sorry, the owner of the curious pendant narrows eyes. A curious pendant you're wearing. Narrow your eyes mysteriously. Before we go on, you seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel like it won't be an opportune moment to ask later. Yes.
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavor.
Shit.
Okay.
One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
But my boss won't give me money either. He doesn't even pay me.
Certainly there are good things to be said about dependence.
It would forge ties between us working people, good practice, fighting the common enemy. You misunderstand me. I'm a powerful feudal lord. I demand, nah. Damn, you're right. What kind of a business relationship would that kickstart? Excuse me, I don't even know why I said that. A lapse in professionalism that does not represent my values. I guess this one.
Oh my.
I'm
of
sorry,
course.
Cap.
What a man.
Blew my chances with her.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a curious pendant you're wearing.
Oh yes. Helps to have an anchor in these times.
She narrows her eyes as well.
That's interesting. So you're the owner of this store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give more penetration.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers.
It doesn't
doesn't
work.
work.
I was gonna say, your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right? The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed. What if
Can I at least have fuck with you?
Where? Oh, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go
roadside
first.
mentioned it's
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this because I'm
cursed.
most interested in the curse.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette?
She
I will have a
blinks.
word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
That was Kalara said that.
Yeah.
Well played.
What in God's name is she talking about? Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly.
What if I want to buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
She fiddled with her pendant and then waved her bony fingers at me. So what types of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The
All right.
shelves compel you, don't they?
I'll take a look. Your daughter's the one outside, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
10. She's certainly very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. Annette is quite the trooper. She's a value add. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. Okay, let's change it. Annette is quite the trooper. She's a great value add.
As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future.
Okay. About your daughter? Well, that's weird, because that didn't used to say that.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Ah,
how's
it's
my
just
precious
letting me
doing?
get back into the tree.
She's a good girl.
Farewell for now, book peddler.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Storekeep, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
Yeah.
Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while.
By the way, Becky just
We
made
have
a
games
GIF.
for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Wow, I have children? A family?
Do I have friends? Can...
Look at the lieutenant.
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Look at me. Who would want to have children with me?
I don't feel as if I have any kids, he
I don't
says.
feel as if I have any kids.
Friends are technically like family.
She fiddles with a pendant.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
Brutal colonization. Locked. I want to buy. I can't do it. I wonder what it's for. What is the required thing? Does that little symbol next? No, that's reals. Does the color of the outline mean what? I think that is. What is that color for?
Gold.
Look through the pile of Wirral related items. What are these Wirral things?
You need money.
Oh, it's money that I need. Oh, that's what's
okay.
locking it out.
We only
It's
have
just,
0.06. Oh, I
60
see.
cents.
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. that they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
You look at through the pile.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that really catches my eye? I ask, I guess that's
Myself.
what I'm
It'll
asking
be in
myself.
quotes if it's something
Yeah.
I say.
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements module. The side panel notes, a fantastic adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
Uh-oh.
That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
Why could it even benefit me to buy these things?
I don't know.
Alright, so money actually matters here. It's like, you know, you're gonna have a certain amount you can spend over the course of the game. It probably doesn't come easy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover.
Ooh.
Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Handle. Tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Why so popular?
Why so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good, which so did I say, but I have imagination, but I still like it.
What does it matter? They're all the same. However,
Jeez,
the
right.
customer is always right, they say.
I gotta find out what that pendant is. It's a curse.
If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundalaman, the man from Hyundal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Yamdala man. The Yen from Yamdala. I love it.
Rows and rows of Hyundalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundal, Return to Hyundal. And the Solipsistic, Man from Hyundal and the Hyundal Man.
What is solipsistic? I need a new word.
Hey Google, what is solipsistic mean?
Solipsistic is
Sure.
over-relating to solipsism or extreme egocentricity. So that's why, because it's like self-indulgent for the character. Good God, how many of these are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hyundal and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyundal and the false god. Man from Hyundal and the scorched earth. Man from Hyundal, the Hyundal colonies. Man from Hyundal and the swamp beast. Man from Hyundal and the snow crabs.
Is that all?
Not even close.
Oh my
Man
god!
from Hyundal in hell. Man from Hyundal and the forest of slaves. Man from Hyundal under the lake. Man from Hyundal, Hyundal burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Hyundalaman, and so much more.
Pain threshold. Weird. Why?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. Do any of these call out to me?
Nothing of interest.
Oh,
Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
I think maybe because if I'm a type of guy who has pain threshold, I am interested in these stories about a brutish fighter of a man.
okay,
Like, it's not that I
okay.
needed, it's that because of being, yeah, it is the nature of my personality in that sense, not needing to take.
How could my voice turn on your Google?
Hey Google. Hey Google.
The display rack is brimming with worn
What do you want it
paperbacks
to do?
featuring an
just want
extremely
to turn on everybody's
muscular,
devices.
sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain.
Hey Alexa. Hey Siri. Hey Alexa. Hey Google. Siri.
Hey Google, tell me a joke.
What is
You
it?
turned on my phone, Google Fraser. Damn it. Stop it.
Damn it, stop. Fucker, stop. You want me to compound that?
Oh God. It doesn't work if
I
you
love
don't
wielding
actually
this type
yawn
of power.
yourself.
Now I
you-
have to.
Yeah, shit. It's like right here and fuck you. I will fight it.
Shit, now I can't quite get it out. It's right there. Yawning is so fucking weird.
Stop all of this.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
There it goes.
Dick Mullen, finally. Now I've done the. Oh, the joke is on me. I have to
Yes.
yawn and I can't. It's like
Yeah.
right there and it won't get out.
Evil.
Fuck! Starkeep, what is all this crime fiction? I remember the first time I realized that you could have a yawn and not get it out when I was a kid and thinking, like, this is torture, this is wrong. I
Yeah.
remember being like, this isn't right. Like, why? Why would this... Starkeep, what's all this crime fiction? Let's see this display of books. I can do that one.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that
I
out.
gotta drink some water or something.
Even sexual crimes. Yeah, the joke is really on me now. Fuck me.
What did I do to deserve this?
Can't get it out. Fuck. Hurts your belly. Oh no, sorry. Pregnant Kulnara. Oh, crimes. That's who you are now. Oh, crimes, robberies. Okay, so even sexual crimes, she says, in low voice.
You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
There, got it. It was a little one. Just needed to eke out. Look through the
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
I am in hate with you right now.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm sorry, cop.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Yeah. Oh
Sure.
my god, give
You
it to
see,
me.
Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final
killing
Case
is Dick
of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies!
Oh no, turns out he fated to solve a case.
Are there any more of these now? Are there any more?
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
Feels a bit like Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, for
Come
sure.
on. This is not the way real police solve crimes. The real police are some 20 kilometers away, sitting in an armored motor carriage.
Mac Torson, a bald man, turns towards the lean man and pats him on the back. Oh yeah, so Esprit de Corps is this ability to feel or know the scenes that are currently playing out very far away with our colleagues. Come on, Chester. Tell me a story. Tell me the story again.
Man, I tell that one at least once a month. It's not that interesting.
The fuck it is, the bald man replies, and these guys haven't heard it. He motions to the civilian in the back seat. You see Chester here. He pokes his finger at the lean man. Chester faked his own death once.
Gosh, why?
One civilian looks amazed. The bald man bellows a reply. A very fucking dangerous case, ain't that right, Chester? They almost got you that time.
Yeah, sure came close. Alright, so I was tailing this guy called Francis the Shoe.
The inside of the motor carriage is thick with cigarette smoke. Outside, it starts to rain.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
I guess this one. We have a chance with reaction speed, which is weird.
Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails.
Damn.
It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
We need reaction speed just to catch up with our own thoughts. All right. A quaint picture book brochure, very colorful. Tome of fascist magic, rather candid.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
I want to quick get this. Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic. Yeah, this is a little derpy, because like now I'm over here and it's giving me that extra little blip.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
Storekeep, anything to note in this shelf?
I would say the greatest innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Innocentic? I think that this is like making my character not show that he doesn't know the word.
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
What the fuck? Is there an alternate definition for innocence as a noun? I must know.
Innocentic.
Innocentic. But then it's innocence, just like how innocence is written. But it's not, the Oxford Dictionary is not showing anything.
I think that's made up.
What is an innocence? Like, has it ever had that etymology? I have to just know these things, I'm sorry. I don't know.
That dude had a voice on the PC version. The bald guy.
Well, that's even more confusing then, because he's the only one not voiced here.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
Okay, so it does seem to be a fictional version of, like, a republic in this world. I thought it was a bit of the innocence is the coolest and the greatest. Who's the... Okay. So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Look through the display.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other. Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long.
God. So annoying.
Why?
They do that at some bookstores.
Here?
Here in North America.
Like in small bookstores, they do that? They're like, it's not for free?
Yeah.
That's funny because, like, the Chapter's mega chain, like, built their business model on not telling you to move along.
Mm-hmm. They actually have, like, chairs and stuff.
And then they destroyed the, like, market of small bookstores by doing that. It's amazing. Like, and then little bookstores still cling to that rule, even though, like, they clearly need a bit of a leg up.
Here, they just tie books shut, like...
Magazines, at least.
Yeah.
In the convenience stuff, because...
bookstores, they're... like plastic wrapped.
Yeah, I mean, they should with manga, because like when they don't, you'll see it all the time right around quitting time. Dudes just like shamelessly reading entire manga, standing there at the shelf, just standing forever, reading.
Yeah.
Like,
and that book off. There's people just reading.
Really?
The entire
Wow. And they probably, like, because it's Japan and people have these routines and they have this exact time to get to their train and they know they have exactly 15 minutes to kill, they just read a little bit each day or something. They probably just get through a book. Yeah, I could see it.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Nah, forget you, lady. I don't even want to be here anymore.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white.
So there's an incredible, where would this, in the world be insinuating it is? Or is the geography of this world completely different than ours?
I think it's completely different.
Because I can't think of a place that is quite like that. Maybe Southeast Asia. Ish, around the Thailand area. The Philippines maybe gets a little bit like that, what they just described, but I can't.
Disintegrating into mathematics,
Visual calculus. What the?
In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
What?
This is our imagination. Is like, squint. Can
Cool.
you see cities on the islands?
You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fond de l'Air, and Vimandu, on archipelagos,
I'm not
where
gonna
I
remember
have
any of
lost
that.
little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. 850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history.
Did you guys have any theories about these?
No.
Mostly all island nations and aren't big continents here, and there aren't big continents.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Mwindi is the north azimuth.
Nope, I'm
Connections
not gonna
to
remember
other
any of it
worlds.
anyway.
Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there.
Thanks us.
You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
There's another
This
option I
large
kind of
map,
want to see here.
Ozon, disintegrating in the northeast. A dust mite
Look at the
stands
edges.
on
Oh, I
north
did,
coast.
okay.
The ocean connection. You have little. Perhaps they are gods.
There's a map
Gods
of Revachol.
distance, and the north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. The Coudon, it's somewhere to live, not bad. Then there's Jamrock, it's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg, it's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City, it's the worst.
I'm listening to this one because this is where we are, and it actually kind of like adds. The Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest.
They've talked about Jamrock in the past.
Yes. We are in the mega city is Revachol, but we're in the greater Revachol area and actually in Martinez
I think
is
so,
where we
yeah.
are right now, I
Yeah.
think. And Kim is from, where was his precinct? We're like right on the edge of two places, and his is another that is next to it.
No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something.
The map of
Streets and
Martinez.
sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
How do you fucking know?
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
You seem to underestimate my resources.
Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
I can't afford that. Interfacing, steal it instead. Oh, I don't want to go that route. That's not my character.
Revachol is like the capital of wherever this is.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous
What books
people.
are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh, no.
I think I saw everything around here. Now I just have to duck into the back. Can I get in there? Hey, it's... Oh, there we go.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
I'm gonna examine the little trinket. It's not behind the curtain.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw.
There's more going on
Inside,
here.
a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Who are Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
What behind them?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Is she trying to control us?
Yeah.
Does she think she controls us?
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books.
It felt a bit like that earlier.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand is closed around their pendant. Her fingers nervously play at the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
You were making your forbidden closet of mystery seem like... this is about the curse. What is that? What are you afraid of? Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there. But I sense this place is calling for you. I must investigate beyond the threshold. I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them. Alright, I'll think about it for a while. Is this about the curse?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
You can't stop me!
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Okay. I'll go talk to her. It auto-saved. Let's manual save.
You're not convincing, hot mom.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Why are you so
And
uptight about the
welcome to
curtains? What's on the other
Crime
side?
Red. I already told you. It's just a storage room for employees.
Are my
I
memories
don't
on the other side
understand
of
why
that?
it's so important to you.
Maybe.
Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
If it's just a storage room, then why does it have a Seminese ward protecting it? If it's just a storage room, then it wouldn't hurt if I just peeked inside. It's not like it's cursed, right?
No!
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped frown, then she breaks down.
Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said, they don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Take it easy. You've broken her resistance. Pushing her further will gain nothing.
How does this curse manifest itself? Why didn't you just tell me right away? Have you sought help from anyone? How does it manifest? What's it like?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
A shiver runs down through the woman, and she looks at you. Okay.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
She peers at the curtains.
Why'd you buy it?
Didn't that curtain just move?
I need to know what's behind this curtain. Okay, I'm a little confused. What does that mean? Annette mentioned that the previous tenants had experienced some financial troubles. Wait, what's this? I was hoping for something more paranatural. What does that all mean?
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy, and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
I feel like Kim's gonna want to chime in soon.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
Strange. I feel unwanted too. What does this mean?
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
Well, I mean, I felt like that before I came in. Heck, I felt like that since I was a kid. Why didn't you just tell me right away? Have you sought help from anyone? Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate the curse, see if it's real. I don't think the curse is real. I just want you to let me in there. I'm going to do this for...
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
Come on!
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
My liege says drama. I can't believe Kim is sitting through all this.
Yeah.
Convince her to let you investigate the doomed commercial area.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Perfidy? I'm learning so much. Perfidy.
Hey Google, what does perfidy mean?
The state of being deceitful and untrustworthy. I don't remember that one. Perfidy.
Thank you, Google.
Wait, what if I don't want to lie? Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled natural situations before. Wait, what if I don't want to lie?
You're not lying. You're giving her peace of mind. The means are thus justified.
Could you imagine how amazing it would be if each of these was a fully differently voiced character that chimed in? Were these voiced before? Because if they weren't, I bet you a lot of people imagined that they'd had different voices.
Yeah.
I would, myself, if this wasn't being read out.
Sorry,
What?
guys.
Did you yawn?
I know I said the G word.
G?
This is the worst.
Oh, Google? Hey, Google. Hey, Alexa. I'm sorry.
They weren't voiced before.
So, yeah, I bet you it would have been...
I was mildly disappointing they were the same voice.
Especially when you see one read like that. Or it's written like that. It's like, these could have been like, my liege! You know, like, it would have been so cool if there were these voices in your head that were literally different. But I love his voice. I just think it would be even better if he was the main voice, but like each of these had... But I'm just saying, you know, this is an amazing game. But, yeah. I could want for more.
I don't listen to audiobooks very often, but I would listen to anything he read me.
I would also listen to anything read by the guy who intros the game.
Yeah.
That guy, or at least certain genres by him, like, would be amazing. Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations. That's the other thing about AI voices. You will be able to have books read to you in any voice. You'll be like, I would like, you know, this book to be read by a kind of a spookier voice or something, or I want this one to be like cheerful or something. You know, you can, and if you get sick of a voice, be like, all right, I want somebody else now. You know, that would be so cool. Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations.
I would read an
sure?
audiobook by Kuno.
Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
She thinks she wants to call us on our bluff. I sense the psychic emanations from afar. The sleeper beyond calls out. Is this gonna go down Cthulhu roads? I have returned from the void, a paradetective from a long line of paradetectives. This one will convince her, I think. Sleeper beyond
I'm
calls
not
out.
sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, you look like a bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but...
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
I admit I've had my share of drinks, but only because spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing, or, you see, it's necessary to drink the spirits in order to have contact with the void. That's good.
That's good.
Especially saying it like, drunkenly, half drunkenly.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
Your words brought me here in the first place. The summonee's blood also runs through me. I am a void revenant. I have the powers to debad all the bad energies. I don't want to fail, but yeah.
I should have realised. A pattern lies
I'm
within the
surprised
fabric.
she didn't call that
The
out.
hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
She accepted the term debad the bad energies. I healed my morale. I got a win.
Sweet.
Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver this woman from the doom.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe, and the phantoms are no match for me.
Oh god, don't ask him.
Just ask my partner, Kim. He'll vouch for me. He mumbles minor confusion. You put him on the
I
spot.
can assure you he is a police officer. Very knowledgeable.
Kim lied.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Put my hand on my heart and say on my honor, or actually, I'm not really feeling the vibe anymore. Okay, on my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity. Close your eyes, for I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
These two parts of me are conflicting. I had a few more questions about the curse.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
Have you sought help from anyone else?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
She nods at a strange cage-like trinket on the
The
curtain.
wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough.
Staying away from this one because my head told me to.
Hmm.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Hemian Amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store.
my
I had
God.
the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
I'm gonna have to learn this
And
stuff.
she acts like she's educated and stuff.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
Alright. Man, yeah, reading up on pygmies and other tribes that are small is so interesting. There's an entire island where all the species got smaller. It has a variation of all these different species that got cut off on this island, and they I forget what the island is, but they have smaller versions of a whole bunch of different animals.
Really?
And that tends to happen. There's a lot. Once a subset of like a species is isolated from the external world, especially I think when they don't have as many like predators, they tend to get smaller because they don't need to be bigger.
Wow.
And evolution says, I think, because smaller creatures usually live a little bit longer in term when you get to a certain size. It's called Island Gigantism. Why gigant? Because it's the opposite. Anyways, but...
You couldn't go explore the back room?
Oh, well, she gave me a key.
Yeah.
She wants us to go behind the curtain? I'm going to talk... I've been interested in talking to the daughter after dealing with her mom for a bit.
Okay.
I think it would be interesting first to see what her opinions are on some of this, if she has any.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet?
It's going really, really bad.
Oh, that's very sad to hear. But it'll pick up soon. Don't worry.
See you later. But also...
Hello again, sir.
Hey, I can't talk about the Doomed commercial area now.
Ah,
Locked it out.
snap.
Oh, that's fine. I stick by my opinion.
The gigantism is for when they are larger than inland animals, but insular dwarfism for when they get small.
I didn't know gigantism happened. But insular dwarfism I know about. Yeah, and it's really interesting when I read about it. Like, even small cows and stuff. Like, yeah.
Why'd you go outside again?
I'm gonna see if it re-unlocks her.
Okay.
Hello again, sir.
I lost it. That's okay.
The map tab in your journal might actually have stuff now that we've looked at the maps on the...
Okay.
I wonder.
How do we get... Oh, yeah. Do I have a new point yet?
Oh, we have 2, I think. Or do we?
No.
Skill points.
Where are the skill points listed?
Bottom,
Available.
I think that it would say if we had some there.
Well, anyways. Still nothing in
That's
there.
weird.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way
Pull them
to
open.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
What would have happened if we forced our way past here without talking to her? If something bad would have happened to us. A small, terrified O escapes Plaisance as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. So she doesn't even go back here.
No.
She thinks that they'll go back to sleep. Ghostly silhouette of hair dryers. What the fuck? Oh, it's a painting. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Reminds me, I saw an amazing picture of David Bowie recently.
Oh, yeah?
He's so awesome.
Yeah.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Unlock the door with a key, or can I pain threshold my way by, break down the door? Well, I have the key, so there's no reason, but I want to try.
Oh!
Wait, I'll just save, just in case it somehow ruins this quest, because, I don't know, it might give us a really amazing... Our guy is so bad, and he might die.
Oh, yeah.
This might be a death.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left
I'm guessing this is bad. I'm sure it's just heartburn. Oh god.
No, it's many years of combined self-neglect and self-abuse.
Well, I had a good run.
There's no shame in surrendering now. We all do. It gets
What's
so
this?
dark. You
I had a
don't
feeling.
even see her face, like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear.
Cop suffers final heart attack. Extra, extra!
Final.
A detective lieutenant of the RCF passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He is the heaviest drinker I'd ever met, Captain Potomac Pierce, the deceased superior officer commented. That ain't easy on the ticker. He loved his liquor, said Detective Chester McLean, friend of the and colleague, but I think before he'd ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to the official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case. I was right. I was just almost solved it.
So close.
Killed by a door. I had a feeling that was going to happen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens,
Knocking
if
on it
not
for
hundreds. Only an echo. No one is there. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Maybe you should go down first, Kim.
Detective, you're the one in charge.
All right.
Damn it, Kim.
Kim wants to talk to me, I think.
What is this place?
Lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. Yeah, there's a workout gym in here. It's an adventure! It's the netherworld beyond the veil. Looks like a gym to me. I don't know what a gym is. It's an adventure.
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here. Let's just keep going. No. What if there's a reason?
Yes, because it's closed.
Breakthrough imminent, Hobocop. Oh, because the time is passing. Yes, because it's closed.
No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Hobocop.
Robocop.
Man, that art. Holy shit.
Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Arden-Macan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Reveals extra special collector's edition tear bottles on the map for more money from selling tear. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know what it says referring to. Learning cap for shivers raised to 6. So I can have more shivers. I can be more, like, sort of edgy, or, like, high-strung, rather.
I'm glad we have our gloves on.
Sand is dripping from a punch bag. Yeah. Poster says Citrus Fortis. The rest is worn off. Is this a medicine ball or is it a shot put? There it is. Okay. Why did I pick up a shot put ball? And is here. Ball used for playing shot put. Favorite pastime of the elderly gentleman. Oh, it's worth $4.50. You feel like you should hold on to this and make good use of it. To sell such a beautiful old school sports equipment would be a sin. Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe. What do people even do with wall bars?
Climb up them?
Weird.
But why are they so low?
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
Heart
There are
attack?
no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter? Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no colors on the barbell. Physical legendary check. Look, Kim, there's no colors on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of a bastard would remove the colors? It should be a felony. Actually, I don't really care about safety hazards.
No one does until they get smashed into the barbell.
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory.
Is this familiar because I'm a weight? Okay, so Kim, watch this. Oh no. No, you're gonna have to redo a little bit
You
of
feel
stuff.
something in your
Maybe
chest.
I'll stick around.
An unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm.
Help!
Yeah. Screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness of breath. You're just making it worse. Oh God, it's painful.
I'm unconscious.
All you feel is pain and weakness.
Oh no.
You have to surrender now.
Yeah, same stuff. Goodbye, kid. I had a feeling I was gonna die.
Yeah, we were wearing gloves and everything.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered
I
in
can get through
dozens.
this quick.
If after exerting some force, you manage to...
Detective.
Hardcore mode has permadeath. That's awesome. Hardcore mode with nothing put into physical ability.
I mean, that's kind of
What is this place?
hard because of the bugs, though.
Yeah, the bugs save a lot. Even if it has permadeath, you just save a lot.
guess
Like,
so,
so
eh?
who cares? Unless it
An
deletes your
adventure.
save and formats your hard drive when you die. That's hardcore. Looks like a gym. A game.
but
It
no
looks like a
one's been
game.
here in ages. I doubt the electricity.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, no need to look for a surprise.
Hobocop.
All done. So what did it give me again? It raised my shivers ability and more money from selling a certain item that I have yet to find. That is now on my map apparently once that does unlock.
Oh, a game!
Such a good joke. Alright, just...
A barbell, like it's 60 kilograms. There are no... Why does it feel so familiar? No, it's just a memory.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. No one does until they get smashed into the barbell.
Alright. Back in it. In case I want to lift again.
Until they get smashed by the barbell. And you can zoom in and out as well. L or R3, I think, will equip your flashlight.
I have to equip it
Ah, okay.
first. I can put this. And then. Is there any other clothes I want to put on? No.
Any other clothes you want to take off?
I mean, I feel like this guy shouldn't have pants. So, Canonically, he never found the pants. This is just he has no money, so he can't. There's nothing he can do about it. His legs are so skinny.
I know. Oh my god.
Always blocked by old window panes and debris.
Would you guys go into a place like this? Would you?
Why not? I don't know. Why?
I don't know.
Both why and why not at the same time. Wild animals are stare at you from the dark, stuffed and mounted.
We just took our pants off in front of Kim.
A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Demijohn?
Yo, it's a demijohn.
I don't know what that was. Airship rotors covered in spiderwebs, they remind you of blades. So, I'm confused about the writer, because I looked it up after, because I remembered a woman accepting the award at the VGAs, and I was right. I forget her exact name, but she's credited in all these interviews about the game as being the lead writer, and yet Wikipedia lists a guy as the lead writer and doesn't list her at all anywhere.
Yeah.
It's so confusing. Who's the fucking lead writer? The dude that they say on Wikipedia is the founder of the company and the designer of the game probably did the broad strokes writing, but it seems that she's the actual nitty-gritty writer from what I've seen in the articles or the interviews. Like, she's even got a YouTube interview, which I'd like to watch eventually when I finish the game, that she talks about the writing process for the game, because I'd love to know the organizational structure that they did, because that's got to be the hardest part. Whoa, I just fucking cashed in! $3! Naked mannequin torso, nothing, a strange yellow color.
The half-naked woman, Ratty was thinking that it was just like legs down and like this part was all naked.
Adds
But
up to
this-
half,
yeah.
technically.
Helen.
Or she's got all those
Pepe.
parts covered up, like her entire arms are covered, legs are covered, and
Head.
all this is covered, but yeah, everything, the torso and everything else isn't. Also half naked.
Many ways to be half naked. Would you go in there for Ben? Ben went in, and he hasn't come out.
I don't give a fuck.
Ben's a big boy.
Helen Hindpair, yes, that is the name. Yeah, and I don't understand why the official, like, yeah, I don't get it.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing
this
has
is,
faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic, translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind?
The wiki does say she's the lead writer in a paragraph, but not listed as such. I think the
It's
wiki is
very
just
weird,
off.
yeah. Who are all these creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind. Well, somebody should go edit that who's good at editing Wikipedia.
I do think she said before there were 7 writers in total during development, with
But
varying
she's the
degrees
lead.
of contribution. She is considered the lead writer, though.
Yeah, somebody go fucking fix that, because it says that the dude who founded the company is the lead
Yeah,
writer,
fuck
and that's
that.
just not true.
You should adopt one of those Wilkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a Welkin.
So I've stumbled upon like what this woman who owns this place hates. People who like tabletop
Yeah.
RPGs. Den.
One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the Welkin? This is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, All non-Welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. One of them is a Welkin supremacist. One of them is a Welkin supremacist. Well, this has been educational. Yeah, I gotta say this.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Lieutenant nods at the Welkin's facial hair. Is he actually a fan of this type of stuff? I don't know. Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? Who would spend this much time on this? Are they real?
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Well, it's been educational.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what?
So he wasn't saying it with
Oh,
disdain
God.
earlier when he said who would spend this much time on this. He's actually kind of like stunned with how well it's done.
seems like it.
Inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden.
Is that a French way of pronouncing glacier?
How do you say?
Glaciers?
Oh.
I guess it makes sense.
A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
It's got so much Orwellian, just like bits of hints of Orwellian nature, society. What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Inspect the note.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe."
Yes, Becky.
May I have a pee break? I drank so much water before the
Nope.
show. Actually, that's not okay.
Standing up for herself. Way to go, Amy. All right,
It's
guys.
not okay when it comes to bladders.
We're gonna take a quick break, pee break, stretch break. We'll probably play for a little, like aim for like a half hour. It'll probably be another hour though, because I'd like to get some sort of finality to a chapter here, or like a branch. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back after this. Here we go. All right.
Look how beautiful this is.
It's gorgeous. It's a great effect.
My God.
Great shader. Okay, look inside this box. Oh, what the?
This
oh.
appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Reminds me of the movie, Aronofsky movie, Pi.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
Did I see that movie?
No, I don't think you did. You think I should turn it on?
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
A radio computer. Okay.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Press print, man.
First I'm looking in.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
The lieutenant notes observing the machine. Okay. Press print?
Nothing happens.
Play?
Nothing happens.
Play it again.
Nothing happens.
Play it again.
Nothing happens.
We gotta find memory in here somewhere.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Hold on. How do I know the Kadran mosaic tiles are supposed to look like? Yeah.
How would I know that?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7.
For what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
This, of course, the anatomy of the curse.
Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
I like the idea that our guy is like so mentally lost. He's just grasping onto being something. He wants to be something. So he's like, and that is the concept of the game. It's so good. If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
This makes me wonder if there ever were shortwave radio, like if people played, like they were all nerds. So did they ever play games over shortwave radio? Did they design games around shortwave radio? Because it reminds me of Mushes and Moos and Muds. Multiplayer, and I don't even know what the rest stands for. They were text-based multiplayer games.
I remember
Back in the
learning
day.
about that in my communications class.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really? Me and Kevin would talk about them because
Really?
he was the only other person I've ever met who's played one.
Huh.
There's no way a little basement studio. Okay.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
All right.
Why do you say that?
Why do you say that? Yeah, sorry, I had to read it because I didn't listen.
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
All right, so I have a skill point. Might as well spend it before I forget. Where do I want to go with this character? Like I can keep piling into my imagination.
Oh, excuse me.
I feel like our guy might be empathetic, more empathetic. Esprit de corps. I don't want that anymore at all. What are the numbers again? This total 6, total 5, total 5. Oh, learn skill. Bonus from items. I have +1. That's why.
Okay.
Because that's interesting. Learn signature skill. This is our signature skill. This is our learn. This is what we already put a point in this. I do like drama as well.
That's so funny. Our signature skill is authority.
I wanted to put points into the horniness.
Oh yeah.
The electrochemistry.
Yeah. Love and be loved by drugs. Do you still feel that with this
I don't
guy?
know. Like, yeah, he's more pathetic than horny, isn't he? He's not a rock star. Everything seems too cool for him. Call upon your knowledge, produce fascinating trivia, logic, wield and draw intellectual power, hold yourself together, keep morale up.
You can be pathetic and horny,
Yeah,
I'd assume.
yeah. I mean, I would assume said that. I assume. It's like, I like the Inland Empire. I don't want to understand cop culture. Stuff
What was
down
Shivers
here.
again?
Shivers is like fidgetiness.
Okay, gotcha.
City lovers, the wisest of the street, the genuinely supernatural. I mean, that's kind of what Hobocop is. I like that one. What, this one you can only put 2 into.
No, we have 2 total.
Why do we have... Yeah, because we've put so little into physique. So across the board, we put 1 into motors, and we can only put 1 into each of these. Put 2 into physique, we can only put 2 into each of these, except the shivers.
Yeah.
What gave us so many maximum to the shivers? Why did this get so high? Hobocop
Because
gave
of
us... So
Hobocop.
this lets us go down this road despite not being physically capable.
Okay, thanks.
So when it
guys.
said raised it to 6, I just assumed, and I wasn't paying attention to like what we might have in the shivers already. I thought it had raised it by 1, but this really changed the course of what we can do with an unphysical character.
Yeah.
Sure, let's take advantage
Interesting
of it
that
then.
you said you like that one too.
Yeah, well, I like it with this guy because we're already playing him like he's unabashed at his asking questions that make him seem crazy.
Yeah.
Earlier, I was thinking of being more conservative with that because I didn't want to, like, you know, destroy this guy's chances at reassembling some semblance of a sane cop life. But now
Right.
we've thrown that out the window. So,
We
like,
have.
I think we'll be less conservative in that route.
He wants to talk.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Someone trying to exercise the curse using technology. Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. It's just a failed business. The question is, what the hell were they making? I'm gonna say, looks like someone's trying to exercise the curse.
No, that's not it. I think
Takes a step back, steepling his hands. It's interesting that he's so interested in
Yeah,
this.
right?
it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
That's so funny. How are they planning to do this? Has anyone done this before? And what? And this was a role-playing game. What do you think happened to the company? Wow. Concludes though. Has anyone ever done that before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before.
How are they
We
planning?
just don't have the technology. Through call-in stations, none of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller calling stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts. Indeed, those
Is it
Welkins
role-playing?
are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Super cool.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
The curse got them. I see no other explanation.
No other explanation.
Nod sullenly. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. Me and you. Do we have any money? Let's give them more money so they can finish it and make it even bigger.
it's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Half smile breaks out on his face. It's so funny that we finally got some human out of him. Like,
Yeah.
looking around at the derelict room, the pipe's hollow, the rat crosses the floor.
Okay, let's keep moving.
That's great.
A blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth bitten. Ah, mental note. It's, yeah, I need to watch more of Lynch's works, and Blue Velvet, I think it's Blue Velvet, is on there. It's basically seen as the precursor to Twin Peaks.
It's on Netflix? Oh, no, it's on your mental.
Yeah, Agent Dale
list.
Cooper is like, what's his name? What's the actor's name? Anyways, is like the main character, and a lot of people see it as like what was basically like a prequel to Twin Peaks, even though it has nothing to do with Twin Peaks.
Huh.
It's just like people see it as like the spiritual.
What the fuck's his name?
If you like Twin Peaks, you'll like Blue Velvet.
And you have never seen it.
No, I always intended to. I even had it downloaded once, but I think like in college, but the quality was bad, and I was like, no, I gotta see this good, and then I never did.
Yeah, you don't want to watch that on your fucking phone.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're going to watch it on your phone?
You got that feeling?
We got here. Scribbled across the notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. So there's an upstairs, but I'm going to check out this floor first. There's also that dark room that I couldn't get into over on the other side there. That I have to figure out. A little derpy sometimes, some of the stuff. This goes to a new area. Actually, Miss Fable, since you're in there, could you put that on the list as though it were a new movie? I don't know if the list is a running list or if it's she updates you with stuff
It's
to
an
add to the list.
updated
Oh, okay.
thing every time.
Don't worry about it.
What's his name?
The mayor of Portland.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He was also an amazing K in the castle.
What? Why did we...
The trial? Which one was it? I want to see this room first. I had a feeling I'd just not gone the right way.
I can definitely add it to the next list.
Skis with
Thank you.
slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. Thank you. What the hell's that?
Yeah.
Production schedule, filament memory. Got it.
Oh, sweet.
Steel rotor blades bearing the slipstream logo.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
But the question is, why did
Kyle
this-
MacLachlan!
Kyle MacLachlan.
Thank you.
And which did they pivot to? What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad. That's just speculation. We don't know anything. Oh, okay. So, but the question is, what are they?
That's a good question.
What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they. Okay.
Reality is ruthless.
that was everything. Yep. Good stuff. So we have the memory filament now.
Tiles on the cube are like a smooth draw. The filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play. Press print.
Nothing happens.
Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Does this game ever require a check that requires 2 stats? So far, we've only seen it like it requires you have this card leveled up sufficiently, but does it ever combo them? Say like you must not only have that, you must also have this. Maybe they did it by, maybe it does, but you don't see that, but maybe one is only unlocked by successfully getting the other, and that way it's comboed, technically.
Yeah, you think that's
My
the way it is?
conceptualization card keeps coming up. Trying to figure it out.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
Not sure. Thoughts do talk to each other sometimes, though. I don't think I've encountered that.
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What is the production? Why did you call me Fortress Accident? Or are you a machine, or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Vaughn, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
But where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't it get lonely?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why she does this.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
Would you call me that?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information? This is a really cool concept, the idea of radio computers.
One moment.
You hear her flip through the catalog before she reads it with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
So conceptual. And what's that? It's interactive call-in radio game? So conceptual. She hums. And what's that? Okay.
Any other questions?
What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean that glowing thing I put inside? Right. Thanks for the explanation. You mean the glowing thing?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Sorry, I haven't touched anything. I don't know.
If you are unsure, could you please take a look?
How do I do it?
Open the hatch on the compartment. Don't touch the wires. A current is running through it, but the core is safe. There's a filament inside. I need to know what it's called.
It's called the production schedule.
Good. Please repeat the
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved. You should ask her for a hint.
It's my birthday. I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? This is the police. Open this thing. I don't know the password. Is it my birthday?
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Can you give me a hint?
Still no.
Oh.
Come on.
Now, that is an attention to detail. Like, I already did this, and it, like, remembered that, and had her say still no instead of, like, even really, like, extreme, lots of RPGs with tons of writing often just, like, make these dead, you know,
Yeah,
not
that's amazing.
interact with each other. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Let's try it again.
Good.
Is it my birthday?
Still no.
Okay.
Proceed.
Don't worry.
Bye.
Fortress accident. Thank you and goodbye.
Mostly. Voice disappears along with static.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the filament slides out of its glowing.
So I've got my filament. Worth $10. Cube
Yeah, let's
crisscrosses
sell this
filaments.
stupid thing.
Feels oddly fragile in your hand. This intricate structure covered in dust. Silver tape on the side says production schedule note. This filament contains information that can be reused. It can be read using a radio computer. Okay, time to go inside. We need to find the password. There was also an upstairs that I ignored inside. I'm not sure if that's still like if that's a loading screen or. We'll see.
Okay, so after the last time we played this, we went to get poutine at the only place that sells poutine in like Japan, and it was closed.
There's probably other places,
Maybe.
but this one was called Robson Fries, so it like felt like it was slightly more legit, but they still didn't use curds.
Yeah, they didn't use curds.
Do you think Air Canada will ever run that again, promotion again?
Maybe.
They flew in curds.
They flew in curds, Air Canada.
Presumably flew in curds because you can't make them in Japan, and they don't import them either. Like, that's weird. I don't understand how they're
I
able
know.
to do that.
Oh yeah, remember we thought that we could use halloumi instead
Yeah, I think you can.
if we're eating cheese.
I definitely think you can if we decided to eat cheese. I think I would rather find vegan options.
Yes.
Take all.
Birds are the
Magnesium.
best.
Oh, that'll help my.
Goddamn right.
I can heal up my morale. I'm gonna keep my morale 1 short because there was earlier I healed my morale by getting a success, and I don't think I think I can afford the extra dot
Good call.
since I have such a large morale. That's how our guy's able to go through life being this pathetic. He has like a
A
large
reserve.
capacity for self-abuse.
Yeah.
Just can't
Wow,
phase
look
it.
at
See
that.
a terrifying ice bear with
Yeah.
a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
Y-E-S.
The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear. I wish we could say this out loud.
Yeah.
It's in quotes. The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. Sharp slice of light shines through the mysterious belly door. Yeah, crack it
A
open.
gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. Relax, Kim. It's a fridge. I'm with him.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note from the door. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers. Was this giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place? Take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
So I can do this while in the tree. That's good. Oh, I can't. It doesn't let me get to my inventory while I'm in here. Examine the ice cream wrapper.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
What's this doing here?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
An ice cream fridge?
Lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers and he says, so it's like a branded fridge. That's why it's like this.
Huh.
They try to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore.
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
Points at the red shaky cable running from the fridge.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Closes the door.
Yo, unplug that shit. Save them some money.
Oh my god, I just had sudden friggin' flashbacks to the freezer in our storage area in Vancouver. In the hottest fucking months sitting there. Doing nothing but storing paint at one point.
It wasn't ours, but we paid for it.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace? Smear your hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles.
Turns
Your
to
hands
Kim.
look ancient.
You know, it's funny. Kim is a lot like Kip from Zach Brannigan's buddy in Futurama.
You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you.
This is from...
All that's left is to cover your face in war paint. 3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
Awesome.
What are you doing?
I am the reincarnation of an ancient Illimarian warrior.
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
No, you're a proud warrior. Keep
Authority,
it.
don't wipe it.
These 3 stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
We're exploring this dark place, and
this protects you.
it wasn't
I
a
need
choice,
the
thank goodness.
protection my war paint affords.
This is traditional war paint. It will grant me safe passage to the spirits that guard this place. It gives me confidence. It's all that matters, Kim.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Kick it. Oh no! When was the last time I fucking saved? I didn't even think that would fucking...
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure.
It didn't...
Very,
Ah.
very bad. All
Try to
you
make
feel
conscious.
is pain.
Damn it.
When was the last save?
It might have auto-saved recently.
I failed that check and it was very sad. So did we.
Was it even a check, though? It wasn't a check. I just said kick it. Well, it was a hidden check. Which one was the last? Oh, there was 39 times it. No way.
Half an hour ago?
Wait a minute. Oh my god, it's way back. Shit! Where is the person who was doing so good reminding us earlier to save?
Oh, you failed the face paint thing.
What? No, I didn't.
No, they did.
Oh, okay. Alright, I gotta do a hyper quick.
But yes, I also died from kicking.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
To kick it and die.
Is your family enjoying Vancouver area? Did they end up with a nice school for the children?
Basically, we have to learn not to do anything physical.
Yeah, it shouldn't take as long.
Why was that an autosave there? It didn't autosave before.
Because the game's a dick.
Looks like it was mostly just talking to the old lady and our break, I think. That made it seem so long.
Okay.
Possibly, yeah. Anyways, I'll put it in.
Our health is that bad. We have like one.
We have 2, but yeah,
This
1
appears
now
to be some
because
kind
I've
of
already been
machine
injured by
with a
trying to hit
cube-shaped
Kuno.
heart
Right.
and a wired framework. The keyboard has a
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
I'm glad we have 2. I'm glad I put a single point into physical because then we wouldn't be Kuno's bitch. We wouldn't be
True.
able to, because failing that would have made us just die and never be able to try again to
Yeah.
hit him.
We have one of these down at the station.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animals. It's empty, like the filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the bar of fabric, right above the... Have you stirred the ghost of the static gets louder?
Good afternoon. Please repeat. The film, yes. Is that the production schedule? Right. Open. Good.
Password. You should ask her for a hint.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol.
Still no. Received.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else? Yes.
She repeats passwords. Programming people.
There. I work as
Doesn't it get lonely?
I love her
lonely.
voice.
That's why she...
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do. Fortress accident. Fortress 1. Fortress.
That's not bad.
Fortress. Why? Fortress.
Any other questions?
Let's try the password. Oh, that's to get back in.
Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. The filament slides out of its glowing.
Almost gotten there. It just shows you how much goes into like sitting or like, you know, going through trees, reading and talking.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as bad as I thought.
You can actually heal once you hit 0 if you have stuff that we don't have. We could put 1 point into endurance at some point so we don't insta-die.
Yeah, I might.
Or heal up.
I mean, we yeah, if I just need to heal up.
Yeah.
Save.
You see, the bear looks oddly realistic. It's a gust of freezing. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name.
Good question. I know. What is even worse?
The fridge buzzes with energy. A friendly cartoon bear smile. You pocket the note, and
We didn't even read the note after.
magnets keep.
We didn't.
I won't do it right now because I want to do it exactly how I did it. And then
A thick layer of coal. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's
wait.
a face.
I might have to save in order to retry if I don't get the check for my face paint.
Ah,
I'll
yeah.
have to try it again to get it properly.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it a lush layer. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad. 3 dangerous.
What are you doing? Please wipe your face.
No, you're a proud warrior. These 3
Okay.
stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It will be.
And this protects you.
It gives me confidence.
That's all that matters.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
And now I'm not gonna kick it this time.
Kim, what is this thing?
What is this thing? A
Looks like
furnace?
it. No one has used it in ages. No
Looks like
signs
some
of
kind of
any
furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness, you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear some talking upstairs. I'm gonna say I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking.
Wait, really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Those voices heard. Maybe it's the malignant entity. Plaisance said it lives in the chimney.
Hello!
Hello! War painted face.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Woman's voice answers. Hello?
you've awakened the entity.
I summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. Hello, are you there? Speak to me. Hello, did you say anything? There's a pause. I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
After you, officer.
Ah, so if we tried to go upstairs, we wouldn't have been able to earlier.
Ah.
Maybe it's the malignant entity.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
Walls collapsed. It's inaccessible for now. For now. Ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged.
That's why it's an ice cream fridge.
Oh, there's another thing.
It's not like a house.
Well, yeah, so the reason for this is, I guess, is because there's been so many businesses come through here and fail, and so there's lots of different remains. There's a thing there.
Can you zoom out?
That must be for the for now. Yeah, I can zoom out though. But yeah, I think I have to get past the damaged wall to get into this.
Is that true, guys? Were you able to
Or is there something derping that I'm just
Yeah.
not paying, noticing?
save?
Thank you.
There's a wooden path on the left.
There's a wooden path on the left. Huh.
Oh.
Huh. Hmm?
Oh,
Oh.
there.
I thought that was a wall. Sometimes the does it nice and okay.
Spank you.
Still running.
Guys, oh my god. Please turn this all off. Fire extinguisher.
Ah shit. I want to keep that. I accidentally healed my morale with my magnesium. I was trying to navigate the menu.
Need to do something behind the lieutenant's back. Sneak out after he's gone. Go to sleep.
Sneak out after he's dead. Tired. Mom, Dad, Bart's dead. That's right, dead serious.
About going to itchy and scratchy this. There, you can actually heal now though.
Oh, I can.
Like your orange
Good
healing.
idea.
Health healed. That feels better.
Yeah, now I can
Two
cook the furnace.
cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker
Thank
nearby.
God, unplug.
It would be so funny to just like think of, just be like, ah, sweet, runs over, kicks the, ah,
Still alive.
got you, furnace. Do I want to do that?
Yeah, save some money, man. This is ridiculous.
I don't know if I want to.
Okay.
My character, would he care? Would he even put it together that that's like burning money for them?
Okay.
Insane mesh tank top.
Must see.
Oh, first of all, there's this
Oh,
that I
yeah.
still haven't read. I can click, oh, interact.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
Lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
Silly soft.
I wonder who wrote that now. Reminds me again. What's the filament memory? Who's the illiterate ginger kid? Do you think there's any idea what the frozen ice cream maker could be? I gotta say this.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Smug grin. You mean Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
I wonder who wrote that note.
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer.
Which is to say, not very good.
What's a filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer. I don't know.
Where's the
I assume
fridge?
it's somewhere close to the iceberg fridge.
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
Okay, now I have to check out these clothes. Insane mesh tank top. Flip.
Oh, wow.
So this one gives us conceptualization of a real statement to wear, but it gives me an unsavory odor, lowering my suggestion, my ability to manipulate people, versus this one gives us more drama.
Of course it does.
Where did you even get that one? No, really. Who put that in the drawer? No further comment. Wear this at your own risk. Esprit de corps keeps on annoying me, so I'm taking the jacket off. I don't want esprit de corps. It's not my character, so I'm
Alright.
getting rid of it.
Yeah, you are. Very good, very good.
Oh my god.
Oh.
This is how people dress in this world, right? I don't
Is this
know.
okay, Kim?
I hit my head. I mean, I drank too much. What's a
Fucking
drink? What's a head?
Gloves.
Intercom wires running through the breaker box. Alright, so this is the freezer.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Hopefully turning the crank doesn't give me a heart attack.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Try to open
You
up
slip
the
your
lid.
fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy.
We have one.
If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Okay.
This orange machine is buzzing like
Heroic.
an old submarine.
I
It
can't get
has
in there.
A hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be
Better grip
frozen
with
shut.
gloves is a +1 on it.
And it's still 3%.
It's probably the only thing is our gloves.
Yeah.
All right. But I gotta try. Like, our character wouldn't not try, right?
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has
Trying?
the ice squeaks
Ow.
beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar
Oh,
jammed
it
in
didn't
there
hurt. It
pretty
didn't
well,
heart attack us.
but the lid simply won't budge. You
Yay.
see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your
Wow,
very
we're strong.
eyes.
Oh no,
Yeah, well,
it destroyed the prize.
That's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advance to...
Oh, now we have a reason to unplug it.
I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker. Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red something close to you dies with a soft...
Why did you do that?
It's black, it's not like it's red, the red one. Because it's black, the color of immeasurable cosmos. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason. Yeah. Like this, check it out.
An electric sizzle. The room is slightly
See? I
quiet.
do things all the time. See, look at that.
Somewhere in the dark, a giant electrical mammal stirs to life.
So this will probably de-thaw in a while. We'll have to come back.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner
Also,
and an electric freezer.
Just after I went on a
ice around
diatribe earlier
slow.
about like how my character has no reason to do this, and so he's like, just like all this other background shit I can't interact with. Why would he do that? Besides trying to show Kim how he just does things. But and then they acknowledge that.
Yeah.
This is so much more refreshing than use can opener to get light bulbs out of can. Throw 6-pack of pop down laundry garbage chute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Silent Hill. Cellar window, people feet shuffling by on the street, so we can see the outside world right there.
This doesn't seem like a spooky basement anymore.
Yeah. Looks like a place to live. Hobo Cup.
Hells yeah.
Alright. So what did the note say was in the freezer?
It said
The
the
backup off-site copy of something.
filament.
But yeah, I thought he was...
Thing.
What were they talking about exactly? Because
Rats.
we already got the filament.
Yeah. Is there like another one?
And maybe another one?
A filament memory thing.
Another one. Interesting.
Low on morale, put some points into volition. We are not. We have 5 morale. 4 full, 1 in reserve.
So we can go upstairs now. We might get to the bottom of this before to the end of the day's show, just seeing who the spirit is, which is a woman upstairs who actually just talked back to us.
Oh.
Shoes puddle in a puddle of melting snow. What? Why is there snow? What? Oops, I actually had a thing. That's the derpiest part about this. There we go. Does someone live here? If you told me that this is the same studio as Sexy Brutality, I'd believe you. Like, it's got a lot of that feel. Obviously, fuck me! God. Whatever, I healed it. Fuck it. It's so annoying. Sometimes I think I can, like, go over to read that item or something.
Shitty.
Postcard La Delta 51.
Oh, you have a point.
I'm not going to be, like, worried about my morale at any point anyways.
No.
The sunlight has made the postcard almost completely sepia-toned. Midtown traffic passes overhead. The ghosts of the skyscrapers disappear into the beige. Midday mist vapor rising from the delta on which the district was built. Okay, so this is just a buck I can get this far.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're working on something else. The Sexy Brutal guys, they're continuing. That was one of the most inspired and fun games.
Holy
like,
shit, that's a
interesting.
person.
Yeah, the person just sitting there.
Yeah, dude, so good.
Full of dice, polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. Candy dispenser has been repurposed into thousands of dice. Ew, nerds.
Hello, I'm Nia.
Hello. A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools, emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
You have the cutest voice.
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Wait, what do you mean by milieu? You must have confused me with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window. Why are you asking me about dice? Never mind. What do you mean by milieu?
Yes, Amelie is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats her headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
I'm surprised she wasn't like surprised at us appearing in this. But maybe it is a store. Maybe it's open from another door. Why are you asking me about dice? I didn't knock on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind? I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Maybe, I'm not really sure. No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. Answers. I'm not interested in buying dice right now. I'm a police officer. No, I'm going to say I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly. I love that the entire concept of this game is the player railroading the game's intent. It seems, you feel, as though, like, the game's like, this is a cop mystery, but you've gone on a completely different path. Almost like you'd be able to do in real life with a role-playing game. If you were taught, like, had a dungeon master and being like,
how strange.
Fighting them on every path, which I would do.
My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
The walls are covered with rows of precious stones and
It
minerals.
almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shelves like stalagmites.
The bane of any GM players wandering off. Think on your toes.
This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly.
What do you know? Suggestion?
No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition.
Improv.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items. She's thankful for the security they provide her.
What do you know about the man who was lynched for carrying the world in rags? Hey, where are we anyways? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange,
That's so cool.
I know.
I think that such a thing exists. That's cool.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Huh. I love that this has like this that you can catch up with, unlike other games.
Yeah. The voice.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
Okay, I'd like to order dice from you. Yeah.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
You know the Royale Untethered setting? I want a die for that. Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary die. Sorry, I don't really know what die I want. Do you have any cursed dice?
What do you mean by cursed?
As
It's
cursed
cursed
as my life.
All right. How about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
I don't have enough money. I thought
Yeah.
I need to think about it. I need just a little bit more. Kim,
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
I want that die. I need to think about it, but I'll come back.
No need to rush. Take a look around, see if anything inspires you.
What do you know about the man who was lynched?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? Ask her about the curse already. The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then the woman under the large window.
Yeah, I should probably avoid asking about the dead body more. I should only allow Kim to keep me on track.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus
Thank
behind
you for
my
your
window.
She
answers.
nods.
Anything else, officer?
All I want is dice. Did you know people call it the doomed commercial area? Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
It's interesting. I was thinking she might have been designed after the girl with the earring painting a little bit.
Oh, quite a lot
Inverted
of them
colors,
spring
though.
to mind.
Really?
Yeah, isn't it? I think she has a blue. And I think she might be wearing... I think her thing is blue, and I think she may be wearing yellow. I think it's like the opposite of her. In my mind's eye, that's how I see it.
Maybe.
What happened to the gym? What happened to the... There used to be a hair salon. What about the broken... What's up with the broken windows? Did someone make stuffed animals? I saw mounts laying around. I found creepy mannequins. What about the rollerblades, the skis? I found a strange machine. There was a terrifying taxidermy bear in the cellar. Actually, I have other questions. I'm going to say I found mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights activists?
What in the name of... Or I didn't know that insects had any rights. Or activists.
Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
What were you nodding at?
Cool, Nara. The painting is the same. Blue headband
Oh, okay.
and yellow main part.
Huh. I'm glad someone took care of the little guys, like the insect. I like insects, not.
Anthem water piece.
Personally, I feel two, but my guy just goes with the flow here now. They got what they deserve. Is making clothes out of beetle wings is a terrible idea.
Oh, I thought the
No.
Beatles got what they deserved.
I'm gonna... The little guys.
Really? Anyway.
What? She looks at the windowsill where a dead fly is lying on its back, legs curled up like in a bow.
In a bow tie. He's not wearing a bow tie.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's an insect in a bow tie?
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
What's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed?
Jesus.
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never
Our
came up
encyclopedia
with
wants to know.
either. Now it's just littering the hallway, and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
I need to know what a snuff media is.
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that. As if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Don't worry, the ACP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
The conceptualization of this world with all, like, islands, mostly in its geography, makes sense. Like, if an internet grew, it would be radio-based. It wouldn't be cable-based.
Yeah, true, hey?
What happened to the gym, the game?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Judging from the kids I met, it didn't really work, did it? Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club. Will you stop it with Kuno?
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's sort of the king around here.
I know him. Proudly puffs out chest. kind of my friend. This little ginger gremlin. Indeed. Who is Kuno? I'm going to say this. He's the king around here.
Oh, yes. You mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
Just looks at the window. It's oddly quiet out there at the moment.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
She should know about the murder considering her vantage point.
She said she had headphones in though when she was working.
And who was Artemita?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
How did the community project work?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customers should have been more open-minded. I could never let anyone androgynous touch my hair, not even if my life depended on it. I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have any opinions on hairstyles. Well, to have this big of an opinion is weird for our character. Mm-hmm. And then I guess we'll go there.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
Did someone here make stuffed animals?
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. Anything else?
I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her face.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can hear the chit-chat behind the curtains on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
The project looked impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important.
We'll be showing up to work on time is incredibly hard. That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great. You're right. They should have just tried hard. They had everything they needed to succeed. I'm going to say showing up is hard.
And so is producing something extraordinary.
Her eyes wander to the shelves full of die prototypes and discarded models.
Something strains her face before she looks up again.
Anything else?
There was a taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees, and stands up like a stand-up comedian ready to tell her story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
All right.
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
She leans back disapproving.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls.
What do they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up to work at all. That's an award-winning idea. How do you else do you choose people around you? I don't have an opinion on employing teens. I just want to know how did it work for the business. What do they mean? How do you choose people around you? Oh, the booth was for marketing, and they paid the teens to find people to be the... Yeah. Okay, anyways. How'd it work out?
It didn't. Occasionally the girls had their friends over, which doubled the amount of hairspray, skin problems, and mood swings behind the counter. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples, trying to suppress some headache. It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Ravishore Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Not solemnly. I want to nod solemnly, but it's not what I would say after nodding solemnly.
Yeah.
I just wish it said nod solemnly.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure the bear is doing its best. The bear was scary. Every time I saw that bear, I felt scared, like it could come alive at any moment.
The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
Says concept.
Why is everyone doing drugs in this place? Even the taxidermist?
What's a vision beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
I don't do drugs. I do drugs. I've got a vision beast myself. I don't have a comment on drugs. Grab your necktie and muddle. Not now, you beast. That's my vision beast.
What?
Do you ever feel like your vision beast is trying to blackmail the fun out of you?
No, officer. I don't have a vision beast. Normal people don't have vision beasts. Only drug-addled madmen like the taxidermist do.
That was a hypothetical question. I'm a normal person, or what about horrific neckties? Do normal people have horrific neckties?
Neckties? I
Right.
guess they do sometimes, officer. But I don't understand how it's relevant to our discussion.
Her eyes move to the piss-colored cloth tied around your neck. I guess they do sometimes. Okay.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
She seems almost sad, finishing the story. Some dust beams swirl in the afternoon air. Her eyes follow it idly.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
What's with the rotor blades and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
She rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
So, they were a company named Slipstream, but it doesn't say what the Slipstream did before pivoting. Anyways, what do these transmissions say?
They pivoted from making rotor blades
Oh,
to
rotor
skis.
blades. Okay. What do these transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. But he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Her smile widens before she sees the lieutenant's face behind you.
Men like that are a curse.
Lieutenant is stern.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those keys and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
They were just the props. Why return them?
Alright, that's the end of that.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I heard it was cursed, this place.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Wait, how do you explain what happened to all those companies then? Or Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that this place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. The curse is binding its time before it strikes again. Sooner or later, everyone will fail, even her. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gotten bankrupt. That's what I'm here to investigate. I got it. Yeah, 2.
All right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Whirling is part of the doomed commercial area? Yes, but it's a separate building with malicious energies can't reach there. No, the Whirling Rags isn't doing well either. Its waitress took off, and some customers are having trouble paying the bills. Without any acknowledgement personally that it was my fault. I'm one of the customers who stopped paying the bills. I just realized that.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, that's too good.
And then there is me.
She sighs looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lay scattered from knives to carving and files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
This is an attempt at flattery. Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it, the malignant entity. I have to tell her that. It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. Nah. The curse will get to you. You have no doubt about it. Just take care about these in these earthly time frames. I'll be the first to admit that there's many inconsistencies in this so-called curse. Yeah, I'm gonna say, just tell her.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
It'll make you laugh again.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Narrowing your eyes very mysteriously. I think that it still might be you causing this. I'm starting to think there's no curse. Honestly, I'm not sure. I gotta do this. It might make her laugh.
So I'm the grand dragon in the cave. Might I ask what supports this claim?
I yelled to summon the ghost of the Doom commercial area, and you were the only one who answered. There's something ghostly about you. Ethereal even. Squint your eyes suspiciously. You're the last man standing. You must be responsible. I don't have time for explanations amidst all these visions I'm getting. I have to say this. I like the absurdity of the logic.
Oh my. I've revealed myself. You better call the exorcists.
I love you. I don't have to call anyone. I'm the ghost whisperer myself. I don't have big enough boobs to be a ghost whisperer. Jennifer Love Hewitt. You haven't seen that show? We used to have it on TV all the time.
Yeah. Oh my
and it's the same fucking plot, like every fucking time.
Was it supposed to be real?
Real? Like based on a true story?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. No, it's just, yeah, but it's the same fucking plot every single time.
Oh my god.
The Family Guy actually made a pretty good joke about it, one of their few, but like, it was like the ghost whisperer, and she's like sitting there with these giant boobs. She's like, I don't get it. Why are all the ghosts just attracted to me? Why do they keep talking to me? And there's 2 ghosts at the side, and they're like, I don't know. Must be a weird coincidence.
Oh my god.
You don't have to call it. I'm the ghost. Okay. I guess I'll say this. I'm a ghost whisperer.
Of course. How convenient.
The root of her nose. Like this?
The root?
What's the root? Oh, up here. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I would call it the bridge, but yeah, I guess that...
Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
She turns back to her bark.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She has been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see. Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation.
I can retry this one later, so I'll try it now. If I get more shivers, I'll be able to know why her business hasn't failed. I'll have the intuition to be able to tell her the truth about it through deduction, I guess. Crazy deduction. So I'll give it a shot.
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Start taking off your clothes.
I can save. No, I can't save outside of fuck it. Commit. You need to connect.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
The dice maker stares at you while you start to fuss with your pants.
Officer!
The lieutenant exclaims sharply. The zipper is stuck. The zipper, it's stuck. We'll just pretend that we're wearing pants. So me is just hot in here. I'm trying to lower my body temperature. This is part of the special technique I have. Never mind, that was a terrible idea. Do up your pants. I'm trying to connect with the spirits, and I think taking off my clothes is the way to do it. The zipper is stuck.
Oh no, not the zipper.
She rolls over to the other end of the table with her chair, looking back for something to grab from the toolbox. Alright, it's part of a special technique I have.
And what technique is that?
She squints at you, a little astonished at what she's hearing. You still haven't gotten your zipper open. Okay, hear me out. Sometimes I get these feelings.
Miss, I apologize for my colleague's behavior. He's still recovering from an unusual medical episode.
Officer, this isn't how mature adults deal with their feelings.
Now you feel something. The cold damp of shame washing over you.
Shame. That's right, it's the shame monster. No, not like that. It's like I can feel the wind, or I don't know, the air pressure, or the air tells me things.
The air pressure told you to take your pants off in my studio?
This is not going very well, is it? Word-wise.
I'm not explaining it very well.
Can you please employ this special technique somewhere else? I work here and my work requires concentration. Half-naked people don't help with that.
She turns away so you can zip up your pants again. I have more questions about the building.
I'm listening.
So I'll be able to retry that later if I get better shivers. Alright, that's it for her.
I hope it clarified
I think
things.
we solved the mystery, at least for now, as much as we can solve it. So we can wrap up for today after we talk to Hot Mom.
Amazing.
Like, it's so fun, a game where you want to fail to see what happens when you fail.
Yeah.
It's got pop-up book allure. Oh, actually that's more like my Christmas present allure. Remember, these are the names I have for the factors games have to have. There's pop-up book, poking and prodding things to see what they do, and also Christmas present, where you know that there's a thing that is about to be, like, that you can't wait to open up in the game.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Which did they pivot to?
That's a good question.
How sad.
Reality is...
I wonder if doing that first would have given us an extra dialogue option with her or something.
We did do that already.
No, but if I had done that, I didn't. I think that was one of the things I missed after the failed save to redo.
Did you?
Yeah. And it makes me wonder, because, like, if we hadn't met Kuno before, talking to her, and we could have, right?
Are you wondering how to get out of here?
Yeah. Because I just want to go talk to Hot Mom.
Is it that way? there a door?
This is like one of the doors we went through after getting in here. That just goes to the abandoned room. I think I have to go down like this. Like so.
Ah! You knew all along.
Yeah.
Wow, so there's all of these rooms back here, and nobody's using them.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it goes like that, Kulnara. I mean, yeah. There's been a few games we've played in the past where like I start with an intent on a direction, but it just feels more natural to play it a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I solved a new recipe.
And we changed our clothes, we have a cry bar and a flashlight. Check it out, lady.
Check it out, hot mom.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus, pause dramatically.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a carnal house of failed business enterprises leeching off the energy in this bookstore. Honestly, a dump. Nothing to see. Heaps of garbage. Someone should let the sunshine in. I'm in no position to give personal opinions. So obviously.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
Yeah, novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery?
She's not a
Sometimes
sorceress.
they use the ankle bones of sheep.
No, ma'am. I have felt her aura. She is not the one to blame. She may be in fault, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further. Yeah, I might need more shivers.
I don't understand. If you're not sure it's her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
Ouch.
Suggestion came in. It's interesting. Drama and suggestion have to work together, it seems, to manipulate people. And imagine also empathy has to work with it, too.
To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
I like you, drama.
You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
The source says there's no curse because there's too many inconsistencies. The source is in the taxidermist shop. He became involved in the dark arts and taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. I think the logic answer is that the plugged-in bear and freezer is like running up the electricity bills and causing them to fail, or what they would be able to figure that out on their own, that they're paying too high electricity bills. Anyways, honestly, I don't have any answers yet. There's still leads to be followed, like the strange radio computer thing. There's another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings of the Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I'll cross paths with it. So I guess that one is what our inland empire is telling us. Whatever you do, don't do this one, it said, if we want to keep down this path, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A third order presence, yes.
She lets go of her pendant.
A great dark relief washes over her.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in public.
She gestures for you to be silent.
I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
On her chest.
On
crossing
hers.
it, yeah.
Well, this has
But it's
been
an X
absolutely
shape.
educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Yes, the venture continues in other waters, darker waters.
Surprising Kim continues to humor all this.
I know.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
Goodbye. just debrief with the daughter. Oh, I feel like I should put pants on. The bulge is like
It's too much.
much closer to the eye line, so it's much more offensive with a child.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, dude.
No time. There's no time! Kim, you gotta get this done. Huh?
Hello again, sir.
Nothing to say.
Huh.
Maybe I'll deduce later. Alright guys, that's as far as we go today. We solved the mystery of the entity.
Yes.
And we still haven't even looked around this entire area yet.
Right?
I don't understand how this is a 10 or 20 hour game. We're already like 7 hours in. I don't feel like
And we
we've
haven't
begun
done,
to
like,
scratch the
anything.
surface.
Yeah.
I feel like those estimates you found were grossly underestimated.
That was just for main story.
Okay.
It wasn't main story plus.
Like if you do
But they
nothing
pulled
else?
91 people.
Seems crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously pad things because like I stop between each choice and kind of like talk about it or think about it, which is why we love to play these games I love to play these games on the show. Because I have a lot to say.
I saw 20 to 30 hours. Yeah, I saw 20 to 30 also before. Yeah, we did just save. Thank you. Thanks for waking from your sleep to remind us.
Incredible fucking game.
Yeah.
Love the writing. God, writing is everything. I'm glad to see it rewarded too, because so often I see people like it just feels so weird when you play a game and you're like the writing is like terrible, and this feels like everybody else is saying that it's great, and it's like then what? If this is great to you, what the fuck is actually great? Like I feel like so out of tune with the general public, but at least games like this are winning awards, so it seems that there are other people out there who appreciate truly great writing. Thank God. And yeah, so yeah, I have a lot to, I really like it. Good shit. Alright guys, thanks for watching again. I'm gonna keep on wanting to play this for sure, and probably want to just keep doing it pretty close together, because this feels like a thing you really got to get engrossed with and not take too big of breaks from.
I'm cool with that.
At least stay on it once a week. I don't want to let it fall too far behind that. Maybe multiple times a week, we'll see. More sorry cop. So like the path he's going down with the craziness, in my mind, and I know they're probably two separate paths kind of ish, I don't know, I can't tell, but he's not just sorry, pathetic guy, he's also this guy who's trying to grasp onto a strand of reality, or like a strand of self-identity, so he's willing to kind of go down any path, at least temporarily, if it only gives him some semblance
Dip his toe in the water and see how it feels.
Yeah, like maybe I am crazy. Maybe I am a crazy paranormal detective.
Yeah.
Like, why are you putting that on, sir? And it's like, well, I don't know. This is my style,
I didn't watch episode 1, but I just bought it after watching this episode. That's awesome. I hope
So
you
fucking
enjoy
good.
it. We certainly are.
I should put away my fucking flashlight. Not that it seems to have any repercussions. How do you do such a thing? Oh, there you go. Keep the crowbar though, just to keep people on their toes.
Yeah, man. What do you think, Kuno?
Yeah, let's go see
Does
what
this look
Kuno
cool?
thinks of all this.
We got a new shirt, Kuno.
Have you come to make your offering to Kuno?
What can I offer you again?
Please don't waste time on nonsense.
The lieutenant does not.
Don't listen to the blind fuck. You can pay tribute to Kuno.
Okay. Eventually I have to get something worth paying tribute to Kuno. I bought it after watching it. Yeah, that's amazing.
Cool.
I mean, how could you... It really does sell itself really quickly.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that we waited until this edition came out, because though I still think the writing's incredible, it would be a little bit exhausting to read this much.
Yeah.
Without the benefit on Phoenix Wright shows, I voice act, we voice act, but we get the benefit of seeing the expressions of the characters, which really helps. You kind of like have some feeling for where the character should go and inspires you for the voice. Whereas with this, I feel like it's a little bit drier. I was thinking that earlier as we were going through just massive dialogue tree, blocks of text, and it's like, Phoenix Wright has those, but again, it has a bit of animation and just kind of spices it up a bit. But yeah, the voice acting helps so much. And the voice acting's so good.
Yeah.
And
it
so
was
charming.
Basically a book before this.
And well cast.
I have to admit, I skipped some of the text. Yeah, where it got to be just too much. I can totally see that.
Yeah, like I could
I mean,
see
we did
speed
too,
reading
actually.
a little bit. Well,
Like some of the
well,
shit
sometimes,
we're not gonna remember.
yeah, like you can use your intuition to like kind of like
Yeah.
pass over it. Yeah, I like how rich it is too if you want to go down paths and just like read every book on the shelf. Read the title of each book just like you would in real life as you discover that this is a series and you're like, oh, really? Wow, what?
Yeah.
It's cool. They indulge you into these curiosities if you want to go down those roads. That's so nice. All right, guys. Thanks for watching again on the show. This was Disco Elysium episode 2. Stay awesome. Bye-bye. Alright guys, that was the show. And
Thanks for hanging out.
not sure what'll be coming up, but I know Becky has some her classes are tomorrow, her class tomorrow and stuff, so if there's a show it might be something lonesome, and right now the only thing I'm playing lonesome is like Overwatch shows. Though I did have a desire to go back to Narita Boy. I was really enjoying that. There's an Overwatch event tomorrow? It comes out? Oh, really? Okay, well, I guess maybe tomorrow then I will play Overwatch. Maybe then. Maybe long enough just to have Becky see new skins, potentially, before she goes to class. I don't know.
Depending on the time.
Presumably, it will come with a patch. Do we know if there's a patch that comes with any of the changes that were put forth in the experimental? Because that would be interesting. Please give me 2 turrets permanently. Usually the big updates come with some patches, some changes. Stretch. All right. Is there anything coming up big?
Not that I can remember from my calendar.
We didn't end up playing that thing from Square Enix, that Outriders, because I applied for a key and I didn't get it. That's like the first time I've ever applied for a key and didn't get it. I don't know if they're just not giving them the press because it's doing so poorly right now. Apparently they had insane server issues, which for a game like that has to like kind of kill it from day one if they're so anyways. I wasn't super interested in it in the first place. Shooter looters aren't really my thing these days, so maybe they've never been my thing, so it's Take Two we do plan to get back to.
Yeah, we were actually we're thinking about doing it today.
Yeah. You were good to miss it early. Seriously.
April 30th. Noted, thank you.
Alright guys, see you later.